everybody. How'd that first drive feel?
It felt good. Felt efficient. It was nice to get a couple situations in there, get third down. Get some red zone and all that stuff. Because again, they don't tell us like how much we're going to play and all that. So to get a couple situations in there, and then throughout the game to talk through things with Pete and certain situations and things like that in a game time scenario. It was good. It was a lot of fun. Love being on this side of things in the dome. I can get used to this place. It's a lot of fun.
Derek, about half the starting quarterbacks in the league haven't played in these openers. Well, why did you like it? And obviously to have it go as well as it did, how much does that validate playing today?
Well, when I woke up this morning, everything was new to me. Where's the pregame meal? Where do I followed Eric McCoy in, and I was like, well, I don't know where to go to park. Like, could I follow you? And as soon as I got in here, Reg was showing me everything there is in the locker room. I was like, all right, where's the shower? Where's the snacks? Like all that stuff. So I was, everything was new. So for me to get out there, more importantly, and play football, in the stadium, this time when it wasn't loud, and we can operate and do those kind of things. It was important to me to do that, no matter how old I am and how many years I played in the NFL, to do it with a new group, all new receivers, and for everyone to be in there and playing, I think is a mark of this team that we just, any chance we can get to go out there and coach will let us, we just want to compete and play.
Derek, I know when we ask about wide receivers, we often ask about Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, and stuff like that. But what have you seen from Keith Kirkwood over the course of the offseason?
So Keith Kirkwood was someone, we had 3 lifting groups, and we would always lift at that 6:30 group. And at 6 a.m., I'd be like, whoever wants to meet me there, I'll be there at 6 a.m. to, throw these new routes and these kind of things. And Keith was there every single time. And after practice, I always run extra. Keith, as you guys see, he's always right there next to me, running extra with me. And if we don't see each other, we make sure that we check in. Did you do it? All that kind of stuff. And I think that it's his hard work and his determination. He's a veteran player. He understands what it takes. And I'm just really proud of him. To be able to get a touchdown, and I know it's a preseason game, but they still all feel good.
There were some things you think you could have done better today.
Well, we had a false start, and I'll look at that and always put false starts on myself. Was there something in the communication process that I didn't do right? Everyone wants to look at the jersey number that they put it on, but I have a lot to do with that too. So I got to look at that, and I'll always try and put those on me. Because I'm always trying to deflect from those guys as much as I can. Because again, if there's a way that I can help us be better, that's all I'm looking to do. And so I'll check in with those guys, especially after we watch it. Especially with what kind of play it was and what we were trying to do. Is there something there that I could have done better to help them out?
Derek, can you tell how well the offensive line, the starting offensive line, is gelling together in a training camp setting where there's no momentum and they're not even in pass all the time? Mm-hmm. Did this match how you felt those 5 guys were feeling?
Yeah, when the practices, when we have those 5 guys out there in practice all together, sometimes some guys are limited and things like that. But when they're all 5 out there, it's like, wow, this is pretty impressive. And that's the first thing I told them when we came off the field. I was like, I got to go through reads and make decisions and play quarterback. I appreciate it, fellas, because those guys, man, they did a great job on that. It's one drive, but it's okay to get excited about it. It's professional football, and I think those guys are really good players. And we'll watch the film, and there's going to be things that they'll want to fix and that I'll want to fix. But just playing the game and being able to see things and all that, I thought they did a great job.
And we had talked to you. I think the question was about Alvin Kamara way back in the offseason. You said sometimes I'm going to throw to the tight end, sometimes I'm going to throw to the running back, sometimes I'm going to receive. All in one drive. Is that what this offense proposes to be? I guess. Yeah,
and hopefully, our skill guys just continue to understand. Like, one guy may have 10 catches in a game, and you may have 2, and that may happen for 2 weeks, and then boom, you're gonna have 12. It just, we have to be able to play that way and play selflessly. And I believe that we have a group that will do that. Because boom, everybody's catching the ball, bam, bam, bam. First plays for Chris, then we go to AK, then we find Jawan, then we find Mike, then we everyone's touching it, and then all of a sudden Keith gets a touchdown. And so everyone did the cardio, and Keith got the reward. And hopefully our guys understand that that's just how we're going to have to play if we want to do the things that we want to do. Because if we can be, if we can do that and spread it out evenly.
Still broken? It's working now.
Yes. All right.
Hey, we're working through some stuff.
How excited or anxious were you as you woke up this morning and started to get ready?
I was very excited. No anxiety. You know, I've been doing this like a decade. You know, like that's when I look in the mirror sometimes and I see the gray hairs. It does feel like a decade, but like it doesn't feel like it goes so fast. But the nerves, like just you're not nervous anymore. You just want to go out there and execute and play at a high level. And so I was really excited. And tell you what, I was really excited when we turned left right here and started coming down. The lights were off. They started playing a little music, and I was like, oh yeah, now it's time. So that got the juices flowing. But I try my best. I am an emotional, excited person. I try my best to stay like this, so I don't throw the first one, into the stands. But it's hard not getting excited coming out to that intro.
What did you think on completions to Juwan Johnson? There was one in there where it looked like you had to handle a little bit of pressure and then identify where to go with the ball. With this being your first live snaps, is that gratifying in any particular way?
Yeah, I was happy because usually, some teams won't blitz, in the preseason. They won't, or if they do, it's just someone off the slot. Like it's just easy stuff. And they walked up in there, double A's, double mugs another time. They give us different looks all game. And for my drive, it was nice to get someone blitzing the A gap. I was fired up, because now I get to move and work on my stuff in a live scenario. And it was a great pickup. So yeah, it was satisfying because, those are the realest reps it gets. Like they can hit me out there, And so for our guys to be able to, with that in their mind, like do their jobs and execute, everyone, most time you can do the physical part, but the mental side to make the right point and make the right calls and pick them up and do all that. Everyone did their assignments. Everyone gets excited about the skill players and the points, but it doesn't happen until we do that part right first. And so I was really proud of that.
Derek, we saw you,
Jake Hayner?
Yeah.
I was proud of him, when he came off after the interception, I said, who else threw a pick in their first preseason game? He started laughing. And I was like, just keep cutting it loose, man. There's a long half, we're going to win this thing. And I didn't know we'd win it the way that we did, but I was really proud of him. And he's going to be a good player for a long time because he works really hard and he cares. And he's good. So I was really proud of him. And the more reps he gets, he'll just keep getting better.
Hey, Dan, what was it like for your wife and kids this morning, just kind of waking up and going to a new arena for them?
Yeah, I haven't gotten to talk to him too much. I just a little bit before I walked in here, but I mean, it was for them putting on black and gold, for the first time. It was probably a little weird because when I put that uniform on and I went in the mirror to fit, I was like, Jake walked up. He's like, that looks weird. He said, I was like, I know, bro. I've been in the same place for 9 years, but it may look weird, but it felt right. I told DA that earlier this week. I just feel refreshed. I feel rejuvenated, and to put that uniform on and come out and be a Saint, it felt really good. And so I know my wife was excited about today, and my three boys. My little girl, she don't care. She was yelling touchdown Raiders the other day. I was like, you gotta fix that. But my three boys, they were so fired up. I got to see them before the game. It was really cool for me. They were on the field, and so. Those are memories that we'll have forever. I'm sure that, they're gonna know more about this game than I will. They're like, man, did you see AT's catch on? They'll know all those things, and so I'm sure when I see them, they'll be real excited.
Derek, speaking of AT, how big is this for? I know it's preseason, but how big is this for his confidence going through camp to haul in a big play like that?
I think it's good for. I mean, it's the National Football League. It's not easy out there. It's one thing to watch it from one point of view, but when you're in it in full speed game, live reps where they can hit you and all those kind of stuff, and you got to read it right and make the right decisions. For him to go out there and play the way he did, I was so proud of him. But for all the young guys, I thought that they, whether they started slow or started fast, I thought everyone just settled in and just started playing football. And that's what the preseason's for, for everyone to just knock the rust off, all those things you've been working on in camp, doing it in the live game. And for them to see like, oh, man, that does work, or man, oh, coach, that what coach was telling me was right, and so a lot of that was happening today. But I was really proud of him. He was featured today. He was getting the ball a lot, so it was good.
Derek, what does a win like this do for everybody? It's been hot and humid, obviously, and down the stretch you have young players chip in, and you got to win the way that you did.
Yeah, I mean, throughout the season, it's gonna take everybody in the building to win. And if we're all pushing in the same direction, we'll be able to do it. And for, you know, the young guys to get in there, you know, the camaraderie, you know, the confidence that they'll have now that, man, we the young guys, you know, the third group went in there and they, you know, got the ball back for each other. They went down and scored and they knocked a field goal. I mean, what that does for their confidence is unbelievable. And that only helps our whole team, you know, be better. And so I think, especially the way that we won, you know, I think it's only a good thing. But like DA said, you know, whether it's regular season or preseason, we don't care. Like, if we're strapping it on, you're going out there, you're not going out there to try and lose and be okay with it. Like, we're going out there to win, and we were happy we were able to do that.
Hey, Derek, you talked to Drew the other, I guess, Friday in practice. Did he give you any advice about today at all?
No. We laughed about a couple things that maybe our, you know, defense may know our plays and things at practice, you know, and all that kind of stuff. But we didn't talk about, you know, this. I think, you know, I've been playing for a while. You know, if I was, you know, a young guy, there's certain questions I ask him and, you know, asked him beforehand and all that kind of stuff. But there's certain things now that he's not like, are you okay? You ready to go for the first? You know, he doesn't have to, you know, do that kind of thing. But we were able to talk about, you know, just how big of an impact the things that he said to me, you know, ended up me being here. And everything, I told him everything that he said to me is they've proven it. You know, that's what you said is what they're doing. And so I think just from that relational standpoint, you know, took us to another level because, you know, everything he said was true, you know, and they've proven it. Mickey and everybody's proved it so far.
Could you hear the crowd when they introduced you as a starter?
Yeah, that was cool.
Okay.
Yeah, they were loud. That was awesome. And I think there's some Chief fans yelling at me too. So.
Maybe one more for Derek?
Fred, were you really follow Derek McCoy all the way in there, or just in the building?
Oh yeah, like from the hotel. He waited for me. I'm not gonna say the street's name because I'm screwed up. But he was down there and I pulled out and I waved to him. He's like, all right, come on. And then I followed him all the way to my parking spot. So first time for everybody.
You know, Drew Brees got lost and was almost late his first game here.
They did tell me that story, and that's why I specifically made sure I had someone to follow. Who better than your center, you know, so it's good. Thanks, guys.